Despite this, the situation remains somewhat stalemated, as the Russians are hesitant to fully deploy their substantial reserves. Putin's reluctance is a strategic consideration rooted in a fear of escalating the conflict beyond its current boundaries. With around 300,000 troops at his disposal, he could potentially bring the conflict to a swift conclusion. However, such an aggressive move might provoke NATO to intervene in western Ukraine. The specter of a broader European war looms large over the calculations on both sides. This dilemma puts Putin in a precarious position. On one hand, the ongoing conflict is draining resources and causing international condemnation. On the other hand, a decisive victory might lead to an even more dangerous and unwanted escalation. In the midst of this, the Ukrainian forces, though beleaguered, continue to hold their ground. The support or lack thereof from various European nations is also a factor in this equation, with a complex interplay of interest and alliances shaping the response. Washington's role is also pivotal, as it is caught in a morass of its own political challenges. The unwillingness to backtrack from previous statements and policy positions adds to the complexity of finding a path forward.
Joel 3:2, and it reads, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Call halal b'shemashak Yahawashai, Raha Rukakodash. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness and sincerity. Again, I'm going to say shalom. As a quick audio of what's left of this counter-offensive. It's a disaster. And as you heard, Slakia, in that audio, Washington have their hand in this thing. And America's not in a good position because they're setting sights on China while they're just wasting taxpayers' dollars on this whole Ukrainian saga. Okay, it's just a complete loss. But the powers that be, the wicked, okay, they're going to continue to do wickedly until greater judgments manifest, right? Because you can't rule out the Iran-Israel episode that could happen at any moment. Okay, I did a recap of China and Taiwan. Okay, that can happen. I mentioned North Korea. They can intervene. There are a lot of scenarios that could play out that can cause Jacob's trouble to swiftly overload. Because we're coming towards the end of this thing. Right? And it's just very urgent. Okay? It's urgent for Israel to come back into the knowledge of this truth before it's too late. Okay? Let's read Obadiah 1:16. It says, For as you have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Because not only Edom's going to be judged, these other nations, they're also going to be judged. Okay? So it's just a warning sign. Something real serious is coming to America, and that's going into that great judgment. Okay, led by that wicked seed. Okay, that bloodline of Edom. Okay, chiefly so-called white supremacists, but those that's mixed in and that's of Edom, they too will be judged. Right? go into a little history out of Psalms 137, 7 and 8, and it reads, "Remember, O Lord, against the sons of Edom, the days of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, to its very foundation, O daughter of Babylon." This is a different translation. "You devastated one, how blessed will be the one who repays you with recompense with which you have repaid us." Okay, because we know that account. That's really going into when they destroyed the kingdom, okay, the city during the time of 70 AD, okay, when they destroyed Jerusalem, okay. That's when these racist white supremacists begin to lynch and kill off Israel during that time of judgment, because obviously Israel went into transgression, and the cup was passed on us, okay. The curses from Deuteronomy begin to play out, and till this day we still feel those curses, okay. But all praise to the Most High. We're in the era now where you have Israelite congregations worldwide teaching the truth of who the 12 tribes of Israel are, okay, chiefly of people of color, but you have the confusion of faces Israelites, those being to a speckled bird, okay, the Israelite foreigners scattered to the four corners of the earth. We're in the era where the awakening is being made manifest. So when the elect is sealed, America's suddenly going to be destroyed, okay, along with the 2 parts of our people, okay. I'm not going to keep y'all too long. Let's read Obadiah. Let's read Obadiah 1, 7 and 8. And it reads, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee, that they eat thy bread, have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and the understanding out of the mount of Esau." And that's going into the people of Edom, that wicked bloodline. Okay, yeah, Isaiah 14, 20 and 21. Okay, because they're still a ruling class, right? And America is modern day Rome. It's modern day Sodom and Egypt. Okay, America is the virgin daughter of Babylon, aka Babylon the Great. And that great judgment, okay, this buildup, it's just going to increase, and America's going to be overthrown. I've said this in videos past. The United States of America, they're not in a position to go to war. They're not in a position to help NATO. Remember, they have lost more than 50% of their weaponry during the Ukraine conflict. Okay? While these Babylonians preparing for the NFL and MLB playoffs and all that nonsense out there. Okay, this place is gonna be overthrown. Okay? In their security, that's when the destruction gonna hit. So for Israel, the knowledge of this truth, you gotta keep these commandments or get caught out there. Right? You have to keep the commandments. You have to stand firm in this truth. Because while America in a comfort zone, this place is gonna be taken. Okay, this place is gonna be overthrown suddenly. Okay. Let's read Jeremiah chapter 40. Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed, dealing with the nation of Edom, is spoiled, and his brethren, his neighbors, and he is not. Okay? Because they, I went into that on my last video, how they push all this paganism, how they push patriotism, all that nonsense, man. Why they really took this world over in darkness and then covered it in lies and their fables, okay, their heresies. They brought Caesar Borgia to the world and put statues of Caesar. Mind you, after Columbus and all his thugs took over this world, didn't have the audacity to say everyone can spiritually get the kingdom. And there's no scriptures to prove that. Okay. So for our people, dealing with the two parts of our people jammed up in Christianity, Islam, all them other religions out there, that can't save you. Okay. And this is not a religion. This is a heritage. Okay. The scriptures, the oracle is for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's it. It's not for everybody. Okay. Roughly paraphrasing Matthew 15:24. I believe that's Matthew 10:5 and 6. The Most High, Yahushua, was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Yasharallah. That's it. Okay. Because this Ukrainian conflict, it don't end there. It's going to get worse. Something's going to happen. Okay, there's going to be either a false flag, something's going to trigger this conflict, okay, to get worse. Okay, I'm not necessarily talking about the Ukrainian conflict, but another war conflict is going to happen, one way or the other. Okay, and greater judgments will play out. See if there's any more. Let's get the classic in Obadiah 1 and 6. It reads, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay. They've been hiding. When you go into the Genesis 25 account, Genesis 25 and 25, even when you go into the spirit of Cain, when Cain slew Abel. Now, I brought this out in an old video. Contrary to popular belief, Cain was a son of God. Okay? Edom didn't show up until Genesis 25th chapter. But Esau took on that spirit. And 2 parts Hebrew Israelites take on that spirit. Okay? But when the books are open, the wicked's going to be Salakia, it's going to be destroyed, and the wicked 2 parts Israelites that failed to repent and loved Massa going to be wiped out. Okay, so you got to come back to who you are in these last days. Okay, all these damn, I want to do I'll probably do Salakia, another video, a separate video about feminist Eve. I met a nice sister, I won't put her information out there, but that feminist vibration, man, from our sisters, that's not going to save y'all in these last days. Okay. And they really get that from Eve. And I did when you go to my oldest videos, I did a video called The Curse of Eve, something to that effect. It's my oldest videos. I did a breakdown on why our sisters the way they are. Okay, being a feminist at the end of the day, that can't save you. Okay, straight up and down, that's not gonna do a damn thing. And all the sisters moving in that vibration, you know, the Most High gonna destroy you unless you repent. Right? That's a topic for another day. Let's get the gathering. I'm gonna end it. Let's get the gathering. Yeah, because this war conflict is going to escalate. Something's going to escalate it. And remember, the United States of America just witnessed many nations join BRICS. Now, the BRICS buildup will not shut down America. Not yet, okay? It's going to take a while. Maybe a few years. Maybe a few years before America begins to feel it. But they will not feel it just yet. But at some point, if the Lord keep us here, I hope he don't. But in the event he do, this economy really is going, Slocky, it's going to really crumble. Okay? So let's just get the gathering. I'm going to end it. Let's get the classic. Y'all know what I want. Zephaniah 2:1, and it reads, gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired. That's dealing with the scattered children of Israel. Really dealing with the elect and the remnant body. Okay? Excuse me. Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. And that's going into that judgment. Okay, that great judgment. Okay. When them ICBMs, okay, that 7th trumpet go off. Okay. Your sirens, okay, like tornado sirens gonna be going off. As I've said in videos past, them sirens won't be for, okay, a tornado. It's gonna be for the missiles coming. And this place gonna get roasted. So you have to repent while there's time before time runs out, right? Zephaniah 2 and verse 3. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be, ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. And that's going into the doomsday, the deliverance day, okay? And, you know, the Most High casting judgment on this earth. And that's also going into Yahushua returning with the host of heaven, the angels. Okay, your Isaiah 66:15 account, when they make their presence felt to destroy the wicked. And painfully, the wicked 2 parts of our people that just hate the Most High and they hate the truth. But with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Power of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'Shem HaMashiach Yahushai. Double honor to the mighty men and the elders and the apostles and the community, waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness, sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. We got next. Shalom.